Good morning. It is 5:30 in the morning and it's travel day. Are you excited?
Yeah. Just woken up.
Are you tired? Yeah. We've got to get up early because we've got to be in a certain place at a certain time. All will be revealed very shortly. What a stunning day to wake up to go travelling. But first of all, we have to get half of the countryside off the van that we've fetched down with us by the looks of it. What a mess. So van maintenance first before we can get on the road. If you haven't already guessed, we are heading to Dover. We're going on a magical mystery tour. Mystery as in we don't even know where we're going yet. We're gonna just get on the ferry, get on the other side and see where we want to go. So why don't you come along and join us. I'm sure we're bound to make some mistakes along the way, but for now we have got is it 7:30 mark? 7:25 for the ferry. We've never been on the ferry before. This is going to be an experience on its own. We've normally done the Eurotunnel, but it was coming in at such a price.
Double
it was
price,
ridiculous. Yeah, double the price of the ferry. So we'll catch up with you when we get there. Into a lane and there's motorhomes in the other one, so I'm a bit less worried now. Croat lorries, loads of them, whatever you can see.
Same thing, right?
I think we're going to head to a place called Dijon Mustard.
Yeah, Dijon Mustard, the home of the Dijon Mustard.
That's where we're looking to try and get to. We don't know what it's going to be like in relation to travelling to it, so but if we've got a destination to get to, we know where we should be going. If we need to stop before, as most of you who have been to France and Spain will know, there's plenty of places to pull over and stop for the night.
So we're going to stop there. Ultimate goal is try and get to Spain as soon as possible, isn't it?
Yeah, Mark wants to head for Spain. I've just said to Mark, I've looked out the window, and are they the White Cliffs of Dover? Because we're in Dover, are they the official White Cliffs, or is there somewhere else? Because they're quite green. Answers in the comments below if you know. We're at the ferry port, and is that the official White Cliffs of Dover? Good news, we've got us ticket, and the good thing is we're booked in at 9:10 and she's got us on for the 7:40 instead. So we're going a few hours early, aren't we?
Well, an hour and a half earlier, yeah? An extra time in France. Extra
time in France. Just letting these big trucks on now, and then it's our turn. Wow, that's a tight fit, isn't it? Cracky. Right, we're parked up, we're trying to find out where we need to go. You can't see all, it's just vans and vans and vans. Follow that yellow line, Mark, the yellow brick road. I think we've come wrong way. Oh, right. Made it. It's only a short crossing, so we don't have a cabin or anything like that. Well, how long does it take? About an hour and a half?
Something like that, yeah.
Let's go and find somewhere to sit down. So we've just found the outside, we didn't know there was one. Yeah, so we've just come out to have a look. Come and look at this, there's another... I know.
This is where the sea comes up in a bit, look, smashes all the stripper pan.
Here we are. There it is.
Look at this one.
What?
Built year 2021. Look where it's been built. China.
2021, that's not old.
No, it's not that old, is it?
Well, that sign looks like it's about 30-year-old.
It's in weather, doesn't it?
Right, I'm getting cold. So there's a main restaurant doing like breakfast, and then there's this little cafe area, and I don't think it's expensive really for a boat.
Not too bad, is it?
How much are your sandwiches? £4.95 for 3-pack sandwiches?
£4.95 to about £5.50 only for a
Look
wrap.
at these cakes, they're only £2.50, going up to £3. Look at that one up there.
So you're paying a little bit more, aren't you? But the beauty of having a motorhome or a camper van is you can bring your food on board, can't you?
You can.
Grab it out of the fridge or whatever and bring it up. So.
And that's what we did. Well, we've got us duty free. Not a bad price in there really. The perfumes are ridiculous. Hundreds of pounds.
Yeah, so as I said, it could well be based on the prices in France and the euros. The conversion rate from pound to euro is rubbish at the minute, isn't it? So.
But there is other cheaper things in there, like the food and stuff's cheaper, but no perfume for me, not till I get to France. Well, looks like we're about 10 minutes before we get into dock. Ferries aren't for me. I don't like that.
It's alright, weren't that bad.
No.
It's calm, isn't it? There's no wind.
Made me feel like I were really dizzy. So, not looking forward to going back, but hey ho. Eurotunnel next time. It was an easy trip, but I just feel really a bit weird. So back to the van now, and let's get ready to, is it deboard? Disembark. Let's get ready to disembark. OMG, what a blinking nightmare. No internet, no tablet, no phones, no nothing. Getting off the ship, we didn't know where we were going.
Well,
ship, is it a ship?
Everyone starts
It was just like, you've got to get off, and we had no sat-nav, no nothing. Just come on now, and we've guessed, and we're thankfully on the right motorway. So bloody hell.
We're on the A16.
Yeah.
And we're heading to a place called Lille, aren't we?
Lille? I think it's Lille. But yeah, we're going to head for there and make us mind us where we're going. This is what happens when you have no plans. It's all fun, but that were a bit scary, that were. And it wouldn't be right for us Northerners on tour if we didn't turn up to cloud. Look at that, we've left glorious sunshine this morning in England, and look at it.
It's actually cool here, isn't it?
It's actually cold. Colder than England. Fantastic. Thank God I've got my hoodie on. Oh, as well, by the way, thanks Tom and guys at Van Life Fest for sending us these hoodies. I love them. Brilliant. Keep watching out, guys, for news on that festival as well. When we know when the next one's coming out, we'll let you know. Just jumped out of my blinking skin. Some stuff just fallen off a lorry in front of us, and some debris just hit our bus. I can't get it because people are going to think I'm throwing it out my window. Like some paper or something on the window, on the mirror. It might fall off now, Mark, if you're going to stop.
Yeah, maybe.
I hope they don't think it's coming from our van, though.
Nice.
That's proof. Go on, fall off. Yay! Honest to goodness, you couldn't write it. So we have made it. We've made it to France, but only just. Mark forgot the golden rule of driving on the other side, didn't you, Mark? Because we were completely lost.
No, it weren't a case of that. It was a funny junction, wasn't it?
Oh, it was quite a funny junction. But yeah, hearts were in our mouths when we realised we were going the wrong way.
Yeah, but we had a few instances, didn't we? Because blooming sat-nav's not working right, is it? Internet's not working right.
No, ever since we've arrived in France, even on the boat, the internet's just not been working great. So without internet and sat-nav, it is a bit bewildering coming to a new place. But we've arrived in St. Quentin. I hope I'm saying that right. We've driven for about 2 hours from Calais. We've been up so early this morning, we didn't want to drive too far because it gets a bit tiring and you need to have your wits about you. So Mark's at the moment taking the scooters off. Can't wait to go on these again, can we?
Oh yeah.
And be legal.
Yeah, we'll be legal, won't we?
Yeah, it feels makes change, doesn't it? So we're going to get the scooters off and we're going to go into the city centre and see what we can see.
Maybe find some food, don't we?
For a change.
I tell you what, it's quite warm, isn't it?
It's lovely, look at the sky.
When we got off a ferry, it was quite cloudy.
Cloudy? You saw some rain on the window screen, didn't you?
Just for a bit, yeah.
We thought the rain had followed us from England, but when we did leave this morning, it was beautiful in England, weren't it?
Yeah, yeah.
I thought, oh, we've made a big mistake here. We've come away and it's going to be a heat wave at home, but it's the same over here.
What did it say on that thermometer? About 22, 24 degrees, wasn't it?
Yeah, which is hot enough for us, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
In a van. Yeah. So yeah, let's get the scooters off and we'll take you with us.
Right.
Welcome to St. Quentin.
Do you miss me at all? Do you think about the things we used to do? No, you couldn't stand tall. So why didn't you call? So many years has gone by, but I think about you all the time. Looks like you're changing and all. Well, why didn't you call? Something in the air, always something in the air. Inexplicable, I can feel it in the air. Can you feel me?
He's gone and found his first French Chinese. Chinuis, as I think they call it. My pronunciation's terrible. I bet you can't find chicken fried rice, Mark.
Yeah.
Is it Paolo?
It's supposed to work.
Good old technology. Might be too much writing on it.
Try to do it to Spanish, that's why.
Oh well, we're in France, love. So what's the verdict then?
I can't work it out.
Oh, what a shame.
There's rice and curry and stuff like that, but I can't work the prices out. So anyway, it's a restaurant, so it doesn't matter. We're not going in the restaurant. So
back on the scooters we go. We've seen it all now, haven't we?
Never seen one of these ever.
Never. You tell me
ever.
if you've ever seen one of these in comments. But there's a shortage in England, but they've got eggs in vending machines in France. How do you get them out though without breaking them? They only drop, don't they? Oh, unless he puts it. Oh, I don't know,
yeah,
but
it's clever, isn't it?
I can't even tell how much they are.
Good, isn't it? That?
180 for 6 eggs. Maybe a little bit less than that in UK money, but
£1.50 in our money.
Unbelievable.
So right next to the egg vending machine, which is over there, we've got this little patisserie or rotisserie type shop with potato gratin. Lisa's gone in, she's going to try and order some, so you're going to get some, yeah?
That looks well nice,
get me a Coke Zero and something else as well.
Okay. Got a quiche?
Yeah. And a quiche. Well, it's quite a nice little, I think it's a city we're at, so it is nice. There's loads and loads of scenery. It's absolutely, this is what we like about coming to France and coming to Spain, is wherever you end up going and parking up, there's something to do and look at. So once she's got out of this shop, we'll let you know what she's bought. We got everything.
2 quiche Lorraine and potato gratin.
Well.
I know it is, yeah. So this is what we've got.
Food time again.
€20. I've come out with literally coins.
Is that how much it was?
It was near enough €20, yeah.
Better go back to the cash machine. That looks nice, though, doesn't it?
Look at those. Quiche Lorraines. And a massive tub of homemade potato gratin.
And it's warm as well.
And it's warm. So it looks gorgeous.
And I've got a Coke Zero, so we're going to get these eaten just in time for Chinese, aren't we?
No. Today's fascinating fact about where we're at. In St. Quentin, a predominantly French talking town, they have their own bar called
the Loch Ness Pub. And how many miles away is Loch Ness from here?
Well, how bizarre.
Probably
as well.
About 600 miles away, 700 miles. So
across this absolutely gorgeous church and then realise that it's either falling to bits or they're trying to repair
it's massive,
it.
Isn't it? We just walked down the side there and the sun's on it. It's lit up because it's white and everything. It's just really, really.
I don't know if you can see at the side there. car park. And it's missing, isn't it? Yeah, what a shame. But
That's called Basilique de Saint Quentin. That's its name.
That's
so,
easy for you to
but
say.
it is a church. I mean, it's big. It's like a cathedral, in my opinion. It's massive, isn't it? You know.
Well, I hope they can. There's a lot of building work next to it, isn't there?
Yeah, it looks like they're doing all sorts.
Don't normally see churches like that in disrepair.
Yeah, we thought we'd point that out to you because it is a big, imposing building, that, isn't it? Massive.
So we've been very naughty. We found a patisserie, didn't we?
Bought cakes and bread and everything, haven't we?
Yeah, but that's after finding the place that did the potato gratin for £7 and the 2 quiches.
Well, €7, wasn't it?
Well, it came to about 20 euros, near enough, with a drink. And now we've just found a patisserie that's doing sandwiches for €4, cakes for €2.
Cheap. It was out of town when it was out of the centre,
Yeah. So we're just heading back now, but we'll show you what we've got when we get back, because they are really, really nice looking, aren't they?
We're just down by the canal. I think it's a canal, isn't it? It's massive.
It's huge. It's massive. Yeah. Everything's always on a bigger scale than England in France, isn't it?
Yeah.
So let's get back, pour a glass of wine, and let's enjoy these cakes. Good morning.
Good morning again.
Sun's out, guns aren't out.
It's all right. It's quite nice and warm already this morning, isn't it?
Yeah. We've got the bus filled with water. We've had showers, emptied as waste, and we're back on the road today. It's going to be a long run today. Yeah. We're going to get as far down south as possible.
I mean, we put it in the sat-nav for a place called Albi, haven't we? Which
is
sort of south.
It's near Toulouse. The coast of Spain is our final destination, we think, but we're going to be watching the weather because apparently they're having some bad times down there at the moment. So yeah, let's get back on the road, see where we end up, and we'll catch up with you when we get there.
Something in the air, always something in the air. Inexplicable, I can feel it in the air. Can you feel me?
So we're not far from Paris, are we? We have tried to stay as far away as possible to get to where we want to go, but the roads are still horrendous. It's just really, really busy. And the French aren't worried about nearly hitting you. So be very, very careful if you come in this area. I'll show you what the roads are like now. And on the map it said it's like this for quite a few miles. We're just following other traffic at the moment. We've got cars coming on from the left, cars coming in from the right. Here we go, look, see? Hey, dear me. They feel us, aren't they?
Seen some things, haven't we?
Have
the
we?
motorbikes come on, they follow white lines in between all the other traffic, don't they? So.
Yeah. But never let it put you off coming abroad. You just got to be really, really careful and have your wits about you. Good evening. That's how long it's just taken us to do that trip. We set off from
Saint Quentin.
Saint Quentin,
yeah.
Which was north of Paris, and we are now in, I'll have to get this off my phone, Oradour-sur-Glane, and we have travelled 9.5 hours and covered.
It's just about just shy of 400 miles.
But we had to be done. It had to be done. You're going to have 1 day's long trip.
Yeah, and we stopped to a couple of times, haven't we? Went to a supermarket to chill out for a bit. So.
Yeah, so it's not been too bad.
Just round about Paris when it was busy,
you've seen. Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, we've come here for a special reason. This town, well, I won't tell you all about it. I'll show you tomorrow, but we're not going to be doing much tonight. We're absolutely shattered, as you can imagine.
The weather's turned red, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's been mid-20 degrees all the way down.
And Betty doesn't have air conditioning, so it's been a bit of a struggle.
Last 30-40 kilometres on the side roads here with crickets and things, haven't we?
Yeah, I don't know, you probably can hear them now. We found a beautiful area. It's free, it has water, Elson, electric's €2, but look at the view we've got from our bus as well. Look at that for a view. So, and this is in the town that we want to be exploring tomorrow. So
we're going to probably stay here for 2 nights, aren't we? Do us exploring tomorrow.
Get some rest tomorrow after this long journey, and then crack on to our next destination, which we'll fill you in more about on the next vlog. But for tonight, We need some sleep. I'm delirious, I'm so tired. I don't know about you driving all that way. Well done you. We'll see you in the morning, guys.
Inexplicable.